When people come to me and they say, hey, Rob, I'm doing one-to-one sessions with you or with the team, and I want to keep on my therapist that I've been seeing for a while, is that okay? I always say, absolutely. See which works best for you and see how it goes. But I do feel like saying, that's not going to work. The other stuff you're doing is not going to work. And the reason why, because if you think of it like, if you had a broken leg, could you recover from a broken leg if you went to somebody who told you to just think of the leg, think of the soreness and start walking on it on the first day? Absolutely not. And if you don't have an understanding of OCD and you're applying just mindfulness, you're not going to get under it. You're not going to stop that because there is a severe mental lockup. You feel locked in the sort of nervous system, in that sort of chop of the nervous system. Like if you were at sea and there's rough weather, you are in that rough weather in the nervous system where it's a frantic chaos that's got you locked and caught up in. And it ain't releasing and you're in there. And you can try and settle it with deep breathing and you can try and settle it with living in the now. It doesn't give over, the same as the broken leg. So when people say to me, but listen, Rob, I've been doing a year of mindfulness. I think it's helping. I think it's the way to go. I say, if it's helping and you're really noticing significant improvement, carry on. And that's where they usually go on the back foot then to say, yeah, I've probably noticed like 5-10% relief in symptoms. That's still good. That's still good, 5-10% relief in symptoms. But the problem is, if the person you're working with doesn't understand OCD on a deep level, I'm talking severe chronic OCD, recovery is, I can't see how you can recover. And that's just being really honest. I just can't see how you can recover. Because I know from working with tens of thousands of people in my own journey, that until I had a good level of acceptance going on internally, chronic guilt and harm OCD was there 24/7 relentlessly, and I was doing everything. I was doing every treatment going because it doesn't subside, because it knows in your beliefs, oh my God, this would be terrible. Oh my God, this would be awful. Oh my God, this would be the worst thing ever. So that's what I feel like saying a lot of the time, but I don't, because I always come with a sort of neutral view of, try and see what works best for you and see how it goes. But deep down, that's what I think. It's the same as if someone came to me for insomnia and they said like, oh, hi, I'm at a sleep clinic and they're telling me to like get blackout blinds, a special weighted blanket, go to bed, earlier, have a bath, have some tea, all that stuff. I'd say all of that becomes compulsive and you're scared of not sleeping, and those all become compulsions. And so it's difficult. A difficult part of my job is really just highlighting what works and doesn't. And I've got to be very blunt about it at times. And I'm there to stand by every decision that I make and every suggestion that I make, because there's reason behind it. And I've lived that. I have lived with that insomnia where I was doing all those things and it didn't work. Avoiding every late night, avoiding any caffeine or anything. Nowadays, I drink 2 coffees a day. I go out, I drink 2-3 times a week. Zero difference to sleep or anything. Life is normal, no anxiety, no guilt, no chronic guilt. I was at one of the worst cases of severe OCD. There's over 3,000 plus videos on this channel that you can see our journey, my journey. We've lived it. We've walked the walk. We really have. We've been there in those brutal situations with chronic guilt, harm, false memory, real event, OCD, sensory motor OCD, existential OCD, all of it, morphing from theme to theme, solipsism, fear after death, all these different things. So we know. And I sometimes have to just be realistic and say, if you're not working on changing perspectives, changing beliefs, OCD ain't giving over. It is stubborn. It is resilient. And in the chronic severe form, you're not going to get much movement without those deep shifts in perspective. They take time, they take practice, but it's the way out.